Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. In today's video, I have the biggest mistakes that I see from people under 1000 rated. If you can prevent these mistakes, if you can implement the steps that I will show you in this video, then you will be well on your way to be able to beat these other people who are making these mistakes around the 1000 rating. Now, as I said, I see these mistakes all of the time. In this video, I've got two examples from games that I literally just some of the first games I saw on the Lead Chess Players database, under 1000 rated, went through them very quickly and just saw the exact same mistakes over and over and over. So I've got a couple examples here to show you. On to this first one. In this game, here it's white to move. As we see, black is actually in exchange up. And white plays this move, right? And after every single move our opponent plays, we should always be asking ourselves the same questions. The first one is, how has the position changed? Well, we see, first of all, that our opponent's just developed our knight. Looks like a normal developing move. However, after asking the second question that we should always ask ourselves, is there a threat? Now, we can see that our opponent is threatening our bishop, and our bishop is undefended, so our bishop is being threatened. So now we know that we need to move our bishop. Okay, so we've seen that, and black in this game has seen that. So where do we move our bishop, or how do we protect our bishop? And I mean, we could come queen here, but that doesn't look like a great move because we're sort of blocking everything in. And so that means basically we need to move the bishop, right? Where do we move the bishop? Well, if we come here, it can be taken. If it comes here, it can be taken. If it comes here, it can be taken, but we can take it back. And if it comes here, it can't be taken, but that's not a great move. So really, we can deduce in this position, the best move for black is simply just to come back here. And that is the best move in this position, right? Following a simple checklist of how has the position changed and is there a threat, we can simply just deduce this, right? Now, in the game, black very, very cleverly played the move bishop c6. Now, there's a third point on the checklist that you should always be thinking of, which is, what is my opponent's response to my move, right? You should always try and think as many steps ahead as you can in chess, but at low elos, even just thinking one step ahead is more than enough in most cases. For example, here, if black had just thought ahead and gone, what is my opponent's response to the move? They would simply see that the bishop is hanging, and their opponent would simply just take because they would, and this is what happened in the game. Again, this mistake happens all of the time. And just to show you that this mistake happens all of the time, we're going to continue the game because, as we see here, white is now attacking the queen. So this queen has to move. Again, following the checklist, yeah, is there a threat? How's the position changed? Well, again, our queen's being attacked, so we need to move our queen. Most of these squares are fine, just as long as you don't come here because again, what is our opponent's response? Our opponent is simply just going to take. Again, if we come here, what is our opponent's response? Well, they have this check, the exact same move, which would obviously be a check onto the king. But in this position, it would also attack the queen. That would be a fork, and we would simply lose the queen here as black, and this would be a hopeless position. So black, these players, I should mention as well, they're both rated in the high 900s, so very close to 1000 rated. So if you're thinking you don't make these kind of mistakes, you probably do. If you go through your games, you'll probably see loads and loads of examples like this if you're around 1000 rating or below. And yeah, so after this move, again, just white seeing that their knight was attacked, move their knight back. Very simple move. Yeah, perfectly fine move as well. And after this, black simply just takes this pawn, which is just a straight blunder. And after bishop takes a3, black just resigns because they've just blundered their queen. Now, again, that is a horrible move, just blundering your queen. And if you simply just follow this checklist, it seems very, very simple, but it's how you improve at chess, right? Asking yourself after every single move, how has the position changed? Is there a threat? What is my opponent's response? And also, do I have any other moves? So here, for example, black sees that they could take this, And maybe they didn't see that this bishop could take, but after they see the queen here, then they should think, okay, what's my opponent going to do? Maybe they see that they're attacking this knight, so that they think, oh, okay, we need to move the knight out the way once my queen is here, right? But then they should also see, oh, the bishop is 2 squares away and can just simply take the queen. So again, we can see just a clear lapse of any sort of thought process here for black, as they just disregard any thought process, like I said, um, and just blunder the queen. But anyway, this is just one game. We all have one bad game. Um, so I've got you another game from, again, a very similar ELO rating. A lot of people are this kind of ELO. This is an 800 rated player, well, just below 800 rated player as white, who horribly blunders in this position against someone who's 650 as black. So again, there's proof at low ELOs that even if there's about 150 ELO mismatch, you can still just trust that your opponent is going to make mistakes. So in this position, white has so many moves that just win. For example, there's even just a forced checkmate sequence after this, and you're forced to come here, and this is just checkmate. That was a forced checkmate in 3. There's nothing that black could have done to prevent it. That was just forced. But okay, maybe they didn't see that. Maybe checkmate in 3 is too much for someone of this rating. Okay, what else is there in this position? Well, we can actually see that this knight, for some reason, is on b2, and it's being attacked by this bishop. So even if we're just looking ahead and we just see the one movers, this one mover of taking here is again completely fine. It's, developing the bishop, it takes back the piece. And here we're an exchange and a piece up, so we're just a rook up, essentially, as white. And this is, again, completely fine. This checkmate is still on. This bishop is very nice. This is a very good position for white, and I'm sure they would have gone on to win this position. However, here they see that maybe there's this kind of threat, which isn't even on because it's being defended 3 times by white. And then they come bishop e3, which is a very strange move, considering they could have just taken the knight with the exact same piece. But I mean, the mind of 600, 700 rated players is forever a mystery to me, to be honest. So after this bishop was being attacked, so black defends this, and here we see again we need to have a look at the checklist, right? How has the position changed? Well, black is defending the bishop, okay, so we can't just take because they will just recapture. But what else? They're attacking our knight. Oh, okay, they're attacking the knight, so maybe we need to move the knight. Well, they're also attacking the queen, so in this position, we need to move the queen because the queen is far more important than the knight, right? And again, in fact, we have this threat, and that's just a mate in 2 now because this bishop doesn't even block. So, I mean, you should be able to see this, just a simple mate in 2. If not, do more puzzle rush, do more tactics. However, even if you don't see that, you should be able to see, by going through the checklist and seeing how the position has changed, you should see that there is a threat and your queen is being attacked, so you need to move your queen. However, of course, I wouldn't be showing you this game if that was the case. And white, seeing, of course, that their knight was attacked, completely blundered their queen. And again, this is what we call a one mover, where you just lose a piece in one move. You just fail to see the threat on the board, and you just lose, essentially. I mean, the game continued after this, but it was completely hopeless. I mean, there are a few tactics in this position, but again, you're a queen down in this position as white. Um, it's not great. It's not a great position at all. And again, you might think that this doesn't happen to you, that you don't make this mistake, especially if you're around this ELO. But again, just go and check your games. I'm sure that you will find so many examples of this. I even make this mistake as a player above 2000 rated sometimes. I just completely miss my opponent's threats. Um, yeah, this is the number one mistake that I see from people under 1000 ELO. However, the good thing about making mistakes like this, it can be embarrassing losing your queen in one move, just simply overlooking something. However, it is very easy to fix. Again, just going through this checklist. How is the position changed? Is there a threat? And what is my opponent's response to my move? Just every single time will keep you alert to the position and your opponent's moves, and will make sure you don't blunder your pieces and games like this. So, yeah, that's the number one thing that I want you to remember as someone under 1000 rated. And it will hopefully get you to above 1000 rated if you implement these kind of things. So that's it for the video. If you want to have a special one-on-one coaching with me, check out the top link in the description. Hop on a call. We can discuss how I'm going to help you. Currently, I will make you to 1800 no matter your starting ELO, and we will work together for a couple months, and we'll discuss training plans. I'll give you the method Bobby Fischer used and other very, very good people, good chess players from history, and just all different lessons. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, check out that top link in the description. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Mwah.